Okay, so last stream didn't use a mic because, well, I was in a VC with some friends and streaming at the same time while keeping a tab open for the Twitch chat. But anyways, continuing forward, and Paimon saying some things, and I guess I wandered into something in Sumeru, like the docking area, like the one that's by the shore or whatever. But anyways, continue forward.
Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name. Look at all the merchants, and everyone seems excited just to be here.
Everyone, I'm sure.
How did things end up like this?
Alright.
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how. I should have made you wait until we got an update from Tanja.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Oh, what should we do?
There we go. They sound distinctly less than excited.
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Hey there! Paimon's name is Paimon, and she's a traveler who was just passing by. Is there something bothering you?
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy store in Port Ormos. At least for now. What's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here? Looks like a mushroom monster to Paimon.
Sounds like the name of a weapon.
Oh, there we have it. The verdict is in. What a headache.
The first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest. For the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react. But when we put it out there, the reaction was not quite what we'd anticipated.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though. And I'm also not very good with kids. Maybe you could ask them for yourselves.
So I don't know what this is. I just kind of was like running on my way to the area where the Archonster quest thing is to continue
This
it.
is not an Aranara. No way. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the Ill Little Fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks nothing like that.
Toys do look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. It's nothing like an Aranara. Ooh, didn't put his heart into it, huh? Oh, sounds like one of those things that's easier said than understood.
Kassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful in a cute way.
Oh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be a Nara.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinion.
Well,
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at all?
unfortunately, no.
Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tondra back from Gandharvaville yet?
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger too. Who is he exactly?
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Aranara. But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something. And suddenly the children loved every one of his stories.
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular the Aranara are among children. We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned yet. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see, this was the result.
Oh, we have to do something. Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for Tanger in Gandharvaville? He doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write down his suggestions and bring his notes back to us, if you could. Please, if only to put a smile on the children's faces. And, of course, you'll be well compensated for doing us the favor.
They seem pretty desperate. Let's help them out. To see the kids smile. And also for our reward. Yep, let's do it.
Okay. Yes, yeah, I knew it's a world quest. Hope I found another one. Oh, this is one for the special camera or whatever it is. Exquisite camera. So that's gonna be like a third camera, basically. Because if I look at my inventory here, I already have like 2 in the gadget section. Yeah, so look at this. Camera and special camera, which just adds like a weird filter on it. So I wonder what that exquisite camera does. Camera with a K, that was kind of thought was kind of weird at first until I realized, oh, yeah, it's a fantasy game. It takes place in another world. It's a isekai game or whatnot. In a technical sense, this is what Genshin is. Not a bad one though. Only the fact is, I wouldn't recommend it because, well, this being a gacha game and all. All right, so continue where I left off when I wasn't speaking.
Who are you? What do you want?
Last stream. I'm a student from the... I'm a traveler.
A traveler?
Might as well be honest.
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? Huh. What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
Looking for info, so I guess trying to be honest wasn't the best way to go.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
And
Oh, Paimon can't stand to see so much more ago. There's no other choice right now.
yeah, imagine in story, I think by now, there has to be like enough, the traveler has to have enough Mora, but also, those 2 NPCs are just staring back.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're archaeology students.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
It was me.
So,
Uh-oh.
you mean the traitor was...
Okay, so you mean the traitor was?
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be
Those
too
two
late
NPCs
for
are
you to
just
become a
still
believer
looking.
of the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King is returning.
I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
This man is a fraud.
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and
Ooh,
discuss
another
things with
character.
me, I'd take measures
was that
to
one
make
other one I
things
met yesterday in that stream?
uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
Definitely has a more unique look.
I'm warning you, don't push us.
He looks a
or
lot
this
like a
could get
Hawkeye
ugly.
Impact
We
character,
don't
though.
usually get rough with people from the academia
Especially with
because
that
it just
visor on the left
complicates
of his
things.
ear.
For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa.
Goddamn.
Did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions. He went that way! After him! Wait up! It's Al-Hatham,
What do you want?
Thank you for your help back there.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them.
Has a bit of that look like
Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. Alright. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Perhaps we can also talk terms.
Huh? Oh, yeah! She's really strong! Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
Seems like some kind of knowledge.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Oh.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
Anyone.
Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing!
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to Mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up. So that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations.
Yeah,
I
like,
think she
just met this
blacklisted me.
character just
I
now.
met with her informant, but it soon became clear
Basically,
that they
I
had no
guess
intention
in
of letting me get any
Sumeru,
further.
or Sumeru, however you pronounce it, there's like these gangs, right? Here, Lumine almost got robbed of her money, and this guy was like, yo, they ain't cool, and he like, definitely has a demanding tone. Sent them packing and running a bit, and got the traveler's money back, and I was like, damn.
Become one of Dory's customers.
Seems like a
and
person
earn
not
her
to mess
trust.
with.
This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients.
And
I'll
yeah,
give
this
you the
guy
informant's
seems to know a
address
lot
and their
about
contact
the
password.
ins and outs of Sumeru.
Beyond
And
the password,
he's a
though,
Denjo
I have
user
no
as
way
well.
of
You
knowing
could
what
see
other
that little
tricks she
vision.
might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
I can use it.
Oh? Well, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue.
Elemental sight. Haven't used that in a minute, or haven't need
Here are
to use
two
it.
knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
Ooh, one's got a way of to.
Did you see anything?
They're both glow green. The one on the left shines
Rumor
brighter.
has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value.
Yeah, he's like, so far the first character, other than Kali, there was Kali, that you kind of missed when I first got into Sumeru. It's like the first character I met.
Dory's trust.
And she's very similar to Amber, for sure, personality-wise, but of course she used to be a different person, though, until Kali met Amber, and then, I guess, in a way, became a better person. And she seems to really, really, really like Amber.
That sounds
Like,
pretty impressive.
almost like a simp, practically.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password.
Like
and
gushing
here's the
about
moral for
Amber.
purchasing canned knowledge.
Yeah, I do get the stream VOD. Matter of fact, I think you could look at it, like the first one that's available right now on my Twitch channel, I think, where I got into Sumeru, or the one that's basically about Sumeru. And go to a certain point in it, and yeah, you'll see it Kali, basically, talking to her, and she's gliding champion of Sumeru, apparently.
Don't be
Just
cheap.
like how Amber
You'll
is the
need to
gliding
spend to catch
champion of
Dory's eye.
Mondstadt.
If there's any more left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time.
I'll help you find out.
Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with
Yeah,
Dory,
this character
come
also
find me at the
has a pretty good
Witara Phone
design.
Book. We'll have an open discussion then.
Looking at what Alhaitham wrote, Dory's informant is a trader near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions
I'm just
and
trying
try
to
to get
follow.
in contact with him.
Basically, yeah, practically. I'll bet she had a pretty, like, a fucked up past from what I learned pretty quickly of Kali. I mean, I already knew anyways, because I saw a bit of the manga that, like, showed her. Like, basically, she used to work for the Fatui, right? Because she got this disease that, I forget what it is, it's like some kind of, I forget what it's called, but it's like a disease that Kali has, got at a very young age, where the scales and stuff start appearing on her body, and it's like numbed there for a bit, but it's like scales on her skin and everything, and eventually she'll lose control of her body, and she'll no longer be herself. It's like a disease that it's rare, but you can get in the jungle and the environment of Sumeru, lore-wise, story-wise. And basically it's just like, it sounds like they're turning into like a serpent or something, I don't know, like some kind of lizard type. I want to buy some.
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Hyman doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palette. We
Oh,
have
this is similar to the thing I had to do with Beto. In Beto's hangout, I believe.
Someone escort you.
Being like, oh yeah, code words and stuff, being like, oh yeah, let me get this, and that, and it's like a secret translating code. But basically, yeah, there's that, and then here, the Fatui's like, oh, we got a cure for it, supposedly. But for the whole time when Kali was with the Fatui, here, she remained normal, she remained human, all this stuff, but they did not treat her well at all, and eventually the Fatui had her go on like some kind of spy mission into
These
Mondstadt.
two want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them to
But that's
the
when
warehouse.
eventually, at some point, you know, during her struggle somewhere in Mondstadt, runs into Amber out in the wild, and Amber is like willing to help her for some reason, even though unaware of her intents because of orders that Kali was given since she was a kid, or a little more younger, anyways. And then,
You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Every ship deserves the best.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru Rose means common merch.
but yeah, basically there's that, and then the manga, it's like Amber's going around to help her, and eventually Kaya's like, hey yo, you're doing bad
My
things.
mistake.
And then Amber, I believe, literally fought Kaya, I believe. I think Amber did get injured by Kaya.
The warehouse
Well,
is up
Kali
ahead.
got away.
Please follow me.
I forget what else happened. I think Kali did get to meet with Amber one last time, or not, I forget. But eventually she left, and then remembering the good deeds that Amber did for her.
Before I retrieve your products, I
Yeah,
need to
basically
confirm
looked
a
up to
few
her,
things.
and basically, when I got to Sumeru here, she mentioned that she still keeps in touch with the Amber, which is why, and somehow that's, I guess that's the reason why she finds out about the Traveler and Paimon. And yeah, when she comes in, she's like, okay, so you guys know Amber, and it's like, oh damn. I was like, holy shit, no way. And then when, from what I remember too, like Kali, like teased like Paimon, and Paimon tried to like do something to her, touch her, and then Kali kind of went out of character, like literally was aggressive, being like, "Hey, don't touch me," and then she ran off, and then she was ill because of like that disease she has, and since she left the Fatui, she went back to continue getting that. But however, in Sumeru, there is like stuff that they could use to treat her, but she essentially has it forever, basically. But she has to treat it though for the rest of her life. But from what I heard, apparently it's getting more and more worse. The more that corrosion, the withering effect that's happening in Sumeru that I told you about. So basically, something's going on here, and I don't know. Might be once again up to the traveler to do something about it and stop it.
Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know.
Oh god. But yeah, like after that here, and then when we go back to find Kali, she just is not well. And then Paimon's like, oh, is that because of what I did? And here, then eventually learn like, oh yeah, she's traumatized to the point that she doesn't really like people touching her. And that's why she's clumsy sometimes, actually, because of that disease she has that kind of almost turns her into something where she'll lose control of her body. It's affecting and getting even worse, and therefore she's getting clumsy and dropping things because of it. So it's dangerous for her to be holding things, like maybe even a bow.
You look like you have some skill. Why
But
don't I
anyways,
pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
oh fuck. Okay, so I actually need to, like, I should have paid attention. Oh no, no, I didn't read the thing. I literally had to monkey guess. Let's see, you look like you have some skill. Why should I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy for something that costs each?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to erudition.
I'm sorry. But as things currently stand, we won't be able to fulfill your order. Why don't you two think things over?
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look at the paper that Al-Haytham gave us.
Let me guess, failed. Okay. So, I actually had to read something, okay. So, what's this right here? Information coach are looking to unripe hara fruits. Ask the information to take you to Dory, wearing a morning flower, looking to buy canned knowledge. Or a Sumeru Rose, looking to buy products legally available on the market. Mouse, customer. Spolan Tiger, Matra. Taken by the mice, sold to customers, taken by ours. Pack in Sumeru style to purchase the small mat pack in. Holy shit, okay.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today.
Okay, so we have to use code words. Congratulations to you.
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know.
Fucking, just like,
you look like
a malfunctioning NPCs.
Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Tinnitus, please.
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like a bad life decision.
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
Oh my god, why is this so... I should have screenshotted the paper, god damn it. Actually, wait, speaking of... hold on. I forget if I did anything. for like a puzzle. I don't think I ever did, but oh boy, I have like a long ass clip for some reason that needs to be cut down. Ah! Oh my god. Okay.
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The matcha? Where? Oh, hey, them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Dude, what the fuck is happening?
He ran that way.
What is happening? Someone tells me this is part of the code of thing to do or whatever.
Look, he's over there.
We're just... Someone tells me this is all part of an act to kind of just bring off any suspicions of any others. Okay, really quickly. Don't know what this has for this little search spot. Waster Greatsword. Ooh, we got new mail. What is this? Let's meet. Sender Ningguang. Oh, okay. It's her birthday. It's her birthday coming up. I haven't done the survey yet. I'm not even sure. Should I? Do a survey in the middle of the stream. Only audio is being broadcasted, so give me a second. I feel like doing this just really quickly. Just to get that little bit of Primo Gems. Okay, come on, I hit next. Which of the following devices do you usually play games on? Select all that play. Xbox, Switch? Wait, did they actually put this game on the Switch? Okay. Which of the following types of computer are... Oh wait, no, never mind. Okay. Turn-based RPG games, open world games. Let's see. Which of the following types of computer? Sandbox games. Fate Grand Order, Tales of Wind. This is, oh, what are these? Sky Children of the Light. Oh, that's like a, so I'm gonna guess that's a gacha game, because a lot of these that are, there's just like a bunch of games it's listing off right now, and it's like a bunch of, which of the following games have you played for more than 3 months? Fate Grand Order, I did play that for a while. I don't got it installed anymore on my little mobile device, I guess, that I have. Might just reinstall though, but that means I lost all my progress, so yeah. Have you watched an hour or two? Fate series. So which of the following anime have you watched? Oh boy. Yeah, a lot of these I have not watched. Fairy Tail, I heard that's like one, I guess. But no, the only one that I'm seeing out of all these that I have watched some of is the Fate series, so I'll just have that selected. What games have you played? played Elden Ring. I played Persona 5, but not all the way. I played a little bit of GTA 5. Where's in Ghost of Tsushima? Let's see. Nier Automata. Why is Nier Automata? Like, so far I've seen Nier Automata twice as part of the action RPG games and one of the games I've played. Have you played for more than 30 hours in totals? Elden Ring, Grand Theft Auto, Nier Automata. Probably Nier Automata. Probably Elden Ring and Persona 5. What is your usual sources of information about new games, including Genshin Impact and other games? YouTube. Mobile app stores. Television advertisements, Twitter, TikTok. Probably Twitch. These, okay. What are the main factors you look for when choosing a new game, including Genshin? Let's see. Theme and world building, the game's cross. Theme and world building, gameplay. Model, the game is popular. The game's hard to sell. The game has good reviews. What are the main things you enjoy when you play games? Apart from Genshin. Let's see. Sandbox games. Let's see. Open world games. Action. Where did you first hear about Genshin Impact? Instagram, advertise. Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat recommendations from families or friends. Select one, yeah, recommendation from families and or friends. What a good survey. It's basically asking me like what games have I played, what am I looking for out of a game, and how do I learn about them. And yeah, so far like when it asked me the question, how did I find out about Genshin Impact, and I was like, literally it was like that or Wyatt and Keston told me, so it was literally from friends and families in a sense that I heard about the game for the first time. Hell, I heard about it before it even came out. Yeah, because it's doing like the web browser on PlayStation for the survey. That's why. So you wouldn't be able to see it unless I had a capture card to stream it, basically. That way. And or just better off doing it on PC, or someday I'm doing that. But yeah. Official characters videos. Guys, official content videos, official offline event promotion, player made character fan art images, official music. Official character videos. Okay. There. What would the maybe I just checked you do? Let's see, cross save function. Let's see. I like the characters' illustrations or videos. I was attracted by the theme and lore collaboration events. Large open world map. The game's popular, good music. The anime art style. The game has good reviews. The anime art style can be played in co-op mode. Don't feel the need to invest too much time. Good music. See, yeah, I think that's good. What are your main long-term goals in Genshin Impact currently? Complete character-related quests, story quests, or events. Advance the main plot line. Yeah, that's obviously, that's actually. Advance, complete characters. Character quests or whatever, because they're interesting as well, I guess. Advance the main plot line, complete character-related quests, story quests, hang out. Obtain event rewards, unlock the map and explore more areas. That's definitely one of them. Level up my character stats. Okay, what are the most enjoyable aspects of your Genshin Impact gameplay? Playing through the origin events, playing matching gameplays such as them. Play through the main plotline. Challenges, playing co-op, playing. So yeah, I have more fun solving the puzzles than fighting the monsters. How has Genshin Impact impacted your erection currently? Let's see. Alright, we are looking forward to hearing your feedback. So I'll just type the same thing like I always do. Please add a manual targeting function to the controls of the game, please. Okay, so yeah, that should be about it. There. For 50 measly primo gems. Delicious chicken tofu pudding. What a weird combo, but anyways, yeah, moving forward. Took a spend my time to do that just for 50 measly primos, but better than no primos, am I
If
correct?
you're hiding from the Rishkaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right. Here, over here. You can stop running now.
Oh, another character. What the world?
So you were the one who was calling
Interesting
out to us just
design,
now.
I guess.
But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These
Okay.
two good customers wish to buy some
She
horror
is
fruit,
kind of
Miss Dory.
small, so something tells
And if
me
there's nothing else, I'll just excuse
she's
myself.
Lolly, or a similar situation to Sayu, which is weird. But anyways.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Okay, that almost sounded like Clee's voice for like a bit there, and that tone of the voice there.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? I'm unsure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier. Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far.
Yeah, essentially.
Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it. I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business. We don't need any of that. Wouldn't you agree? So that's why...
So far there's
I
two
have
new more
customers like you.
lollies, in a sense. We got the Dendro Archon. That is the current Dendro Archon of Sumeru, that lolly or whatever. Now this one. And oh yeah, one other lolly, I think, that's been like leaked, and like, that's been leaked ages ago, but seen no sign of in the game so far, even still now, to now.
It's your first time here, but
So 3 new
don't worry,
lollies on the
I
way,
won't ask
oh
too
boy.
many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good.
Okay, so basically a lolly Mona, in a sense, kinda sorta, because Mona is like, oh yes, Mora, good. Because for some reason, for whatever reason, Mona usually doesn't have any Mora on her. Can you show us your products?
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Help yourselves. Voila!
Voila.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this. What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. I can, however, offer some suggestions.
Wait, you tell me you know who shall not be named, has this character, Dory, and you're sure it's her, as their profile pic on Discord. The man in person in question that we essentially blocked out of our group because of oh my god, dude, ultra sus to the max. He so far is like what, maxed out, at least from the last time I ever saw his gameplay. He maxed out every lolly on his account.
Analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Tibet have ever studied it.
Oh my god.
Extremely rare.
That's
It's on sale
extra
now
sus. I just
for
looked.
350,000 Mora. Yeesh. Who would want to be an expert in that topic? Or how about the architectural styles and construction?
See, if I were
methods
to
of
even
Tibet
use any of them,
in
it'd
the
probably
early
just be
Argon
Diona,
War
because she's the
period.
most beneficial to Amber, from what I've seen. It's like the character that actually fits with Amber. It's either that or Rosaria, Chongyun, maybe even Kaya, kind of, but Kaya kind of is like his own thing. and also other characters that act as support, so I really see no need, because there's like Rosaria and stuff. The only good thing about Diona, though, is she boosts, like, since I have her at C6, as you know, her C6 allows you to, like, if you are standing inside her little burst healing thing from her burst rate, it increases your elemental mastery by 200. And I'm like, ooh, that is actually really good for Amber, because elemental mastery, and if you do melt damage, which is, it relies on the elemental mastery as well as your other stats too to compile with it, that basically just means way more damage. And I'm like, dude, I need to like I almost kind of want to build her just for that reason, just because I so happen to have her SC6, and just to do that, just to see how much damage Amber could put out, because 200 elemental mastery.
Become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
But basically, yeah, if you don't know elemental mastery, that stat basically helps with the elemental reaction damage, basically. Like, for example, if you did melt damage, if a character's on fire and you throw a cryo on them, and or if they're infected with cryo and you throw fire on them, basically it makes the damage much more huger the higher your elemental mastery is on a character. That puts that damage to cause the elemental reaction to happen. Like the second character to apply element,
Like it could be useful.
in a sense.
2 million Mora, and it's yours. No discounts.
2 million Mora.
Whoa, that's a lot of Mora.
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on the body of each one, down at the bottom.
Oh, don't worry, I'll just the elemental side.
Let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
There's like 3 of them that are good. I'll take this one. And this one. As well as this one.
Ah, you've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality.
Pick and choose a variety of canon knowledge.
We'll take these, please and thank you.
I kind of forgot what the hell we're getting these for. I think it's maybe to get like more information or something. Or something that like relates to the Archon, to try and help the Traveler to meet the Danger Archon, because well,
Exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000 even. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million Mora.
for the bookshelves in the garage with the Lamborghini. Knowledge. Oh god. I remember when Orin kept saying that a lot back in middle school. Well, I probably shouldn't have said his name, but you know. Basically, it's just like...
Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1 million Mora. Isn't that a fantastic deal? Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, everything we bought belongs to Al-Haytham. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
You just want to see me try it.
Come on, come on! We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem. You've got a deal, Dory. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000 Mora.
Excellent. Then please, select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here.
Hold on a second. I thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million Mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find something to your liking. Please, take your
No,
time.
because all the ones on the left are fakes, or not as good of quality.
Bad feeling about this. Let's use elemental sight again to check these.
Yep, none of them are as good.
What did you see?
None of them shine. They all seem to be equally bright.
So they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the more has already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need, bring your Mora to Dory and doors will open.
She's a
Lovely
scumbag.
enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Okay. Okay, thank God we didn't take damage falling down there.
Ha, you two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Watcher won't come here. Okay, now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
Yeah, Dora the Explorer. Or however it goes.
So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the
I think I said the
Academia
second
lost
part
now?
wrong, but yeah.
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
We want to meet with the Dendro Archon.
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or even how to find your brother?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
Let me just, we gotta use
That's what we
elements.
need to find out next.
Oh, you're close to find it too.
I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever
Seems like
has
an
it in their
elite
possession.
badass or something like that.
Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor.
And probably the first character, honestly, that genuinely looks masculine, and definitely by appearance too. If you look,
My personal finances and connections cannot compete
Like,
with
sure,
those of
there
the
was other male
Eremites.
characters that are obviously strong,
After
but not really
attempting various
any
methods,
so far that
I finally
shows
managed
that
to
they have
reach a
muscle.
tentative agreement with several brigades.
So I guess
I
it's
agreed
something
to forego
nice and new.
ownership of the divine knowledge
In this
capsule
way,
in
I'm
exchange
going
for
with
the
this character.
opportunity to study it.
Or a way to go with
After
this.
all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains
Yeah,
the
you can
Scarlet
see,
King's
his
power,
like by
and that he will return to this world when they obtain
his
it.
abs.
They refuse to let
and-
anyone from the academia tarnish their deity's soul.
I forget which one's which of the biceps.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary.
They were all
To that
bandits.
end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule
But,
should be
you know,
used
I
for
wouldn't doubt out
secret
though
auction
if
within
this
the
guy's a
next few
5-star
days.
character.
Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be
Because right now,
given
I
to
think
the
there's
winner.
like more 5-star characters than there is 4-star characters, which is kind of nutty. Because in most gacha games, there's usually fewer 5-star characters out of all the other ones. Like, especially in Fate, I believe, too, Fate Grand Order.
To ensure the capsule
There's
security
like
and
way
to
more
evade the
4,
launcher's
3,
notice,
2,
the winning brigade will
1
not
stars. At least all of them
publicly
as
disclose
1.
their victory.
There's more than 5 stars. But this game is going
Unless
backwards
I know
about it.
whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend
I wouldn't really
Dory
think
so you
so.
could
I mean,
find
he's
out
not an
where the divine
Archon,
knowledge
but
capsule is.
then again, the Archon of Dendro, the Archon of Sumeru, or Sumeru, has a weird pronunciation, but is a lolly, essentially.
Yes.
Probably
you
that's
can
the
say
real
that.
soul of some kind of
But this
loophole or something,
arrangement
but still
harms none of
sus.
us.
Way too sus to mess with.
The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay, then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Haytham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Sure, I can teach you. Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say we head to the outskirts of town?
Yeah, not gonna lie, the NPC designs are definitely different than how Mondstadt, like at least model-wise, Mondstadt, Liwa, and Inazuma just kind of look similar in a way, but with just different clothes, which I guess is not bad, because it's obviously different clothes. Where basically says like, hey, they're from a different nation, but these guys got like different models now, like different parts to use for NPCs. And they also have these ear visors, which is pretty cool. Makes them even more different than the 3 other nation NPCs. I mean, not gonna lie, I'm enjoying this so far. And oh boy, I got quite the ways to travel, so I might as well just go on feet. And also, if you notice, I switched back to a not Dendro, what am I saying? A Geo Traveler. Because, well, droopy eyes and etc. Yeah, like, I noticed that too. Like, that's like a different thing they're using now on some of the NPCs. There's also new hair models too, by the looks of it. Yeah, like new eye model, new hair model. Definitely new different model type of clothing. And also different skin tone as well. Because obviously this is based off of like what, Africa and stuff like that. In the deserts. So there's like these fishing areas that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to like.
Alright. This place
to at some
works.
point.
Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using this knowledge capsule, and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry. I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
Wow! Haytham! You must have been one of those guys at the academia who got top grades on everything. Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught by the Matra for this capsule?
I'm also curious about this.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the question.
All right, let's begin the test. Just fight as you normally do.
Okay. Alright, where at? Okay, right here. Yeah, these enemies are not so bad, honestly. Well, then again, these are kind of like basic enemies. I've ran into a couple elite enemies, though, in Sumeru here. And honestly, they're not bad. They're decently, actually, balanced for once. And they also lowered,
I'll link
the
your
enemies'
Akasha
levels.
terminal to record data.
Because you know how in, like, Inazuma and the chasm, like that hole or whatever, how there was, like, level 93 enemies that go 3 levels above than what you can go for, right? Here, the ones in Sumeru are either like 90 and I think 88 that I've seen, so I guess they kind of lowered it. Realizing they go, okay, yeah, they're kind of going a little bit overboard. And honestly, like, I'd be fine if they keep it like within the Spiral Bliss, because, well, the Spiral Bliss is like a quote-unquote end-game content, but
the next step
in the main game, like, please don't have it be there.
Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it so you can activate its power.
Okay, open your inventory and use the canned knowledge. Oh. Use. As if I saw a countless sword. As if I saw a countless sword wielding figures fighting one moment, and then in the next, it disappeared into the recesses of my memory.
Hey, how are you feeling? You knew that it worked?
All right, time for round 2. Fight with the same composure as before.
The House of Can time. Imagine if this buffs the Traveler's like, damage output. Make them a little bit more better, make them an actual 5-star character, but I highly doubt that, knowing how you verse. Yeah, there's not very much of a difference. Other than she probably is a little bit faster.
Now, I'll start recording data again.
Oh, Haytham, how's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability. During the second fight, her overall fighting performance increased by 0.073%.
Yep.
Wait, how much?
A very small minimum amount.
Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that amount!
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Wait until 2 days from now. Imagine if I had to actually wait 2 days. What kind of fish are those? I might as well mark this down on the map for a fishing spot. Soundtrack's not that bad, I guess. I guess I'll capture whatever these kinds of things are. Oh wait. I probably can't even catch them. I need to find the recipe for that. Well, actually, in that case, shouldn't I at least capture that one that might be able to be captured? Whatever this one is. Might be a Sumeru based Medaka.
So close, so close!
It's a little bit more tough though than the standard Medaka though. For sure. Come on. So close.
Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already!
Alright, so I need to wait until 7. So 2 days, huh? Okay, so in total, yeah, you could pretty much skip 2 whole days at least, bare minimum, with this clock thing. Wait, what? What is happening? I see what's going on, and you know, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I'll keep it to DMs and DM groups
Let's
alone.
today and ask her about where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Okay, alright. Oh boy, I gotta go back all the way up there, huh? Alright, Dory.
Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time? You name it. Hand knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it. Where there's a waterfall of Mora, there's a way.
Can you really get us anything we want? Anything at all?
Uh-huh. So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind.
I'd like to buy info on the whereabouts of the divine knowledge capsule.
Oh! A new customer customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound than ordinary canned knowledge. But you know, that kind of information isn't going to be cheap. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big, big trouble.
But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious how you just happen to have this kind of info the moment we need it.
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it.
Name your price.
It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine Knowledge Capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of Ain el-Ahmar.
Ain el-Ahmar? You mean the Eremites who worship the Scarlet King?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Ah, so
Probably.
you're already familiar with them.
I don't want to say it because I know Twitch is sensitive about certain things. So, just in case Twitch has some automatic system for detecting such things and getting channels banned, temporarily banned, or whatever. I'm not gonna say it for now, but I'll say it later though, once we're like in VC or
The
something.
group has done everything in their power to obtain the Divine Knowledge Capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of the Scarlet King. That Divine Knowledge Capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself.
Thanks for the info, Dory.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain. Please, don't hesitate to contact me if you ever need anything else in the future. More effort, Dory. Open doors.
Well, we figured out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is. Turns out, it ended up in the hands of Ain el-Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham.
I can't even look at the picture. What the hell, man? What if I want to look at it? Oh, this is an elevator. Oh, I just took a little bit of fall damage. I just realized it was very small though.
Info you wanted.
So not big of a deal, I guess.
All right. Let's hear it.
It's in the hands.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the intel. Have a look.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites' transaction. But then to get close enough to take a picture like this. Bold move, Dory. Very bold move. All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain el-Ahmar. And the glowing red capsule he's holding appears to be the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we should be able to force them to show their hand.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain el-Ahmar guys. But now, it sort of makes sense. Everything's playing right into your hands. After we
Damn,
defeat
he
them,
knows everything
we can
for sure.
finally have a serious talk
He had
with
everything
their boss
planned
and get
out.
them to lend us the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of the arranged date, 3 o'clock sharp.
Oh yeah, you know what one of the questions was on the survey? It was like, oh yeah, what do you like about this game or whatever? One of them was collecting characters. And well, I was thinking in my head a little bit there where I was just like, I wouldn't doubt if, as you say, the Florida man would have picked that. Because if you remember the last time we were talking to him, he's like, oh yeah, doing it for completionist purpose. I'm like, that doesn't really add to completion of Genshin. If anything, the parts that are considered completion, I guess, mainly is like doing the stuff like on the open world map and doing world quests and getting gadgets or whatever, and exploring the nations, as well as doing the story.
Oh, Ethan sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Oh. Okay. What?
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Faros Lighthouse.
Inspector Gadget. Well, that's what they're called. Like the Serenity Pot is a gadget that allows you to plop it down to go inside of it and do whatever the hell you do in there. And then there's the camera, and then there's the fishing rods that are considered gadgets in the game and stuff like that. But Inspector Gadget, though, I haven't watched that in like years. It's kind of nostalgic in a way, actually. I forget, wasn't it like technically a kid's movie or something like that? Inspector Gadget. It's kind of crazy. But was it technically a kid's movie? It was a movie and a TV show too. Oh damn.
I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place.
Yeah, if you look closely at these NPCs,
you might go back on your promise.
They have a darker tan skin.
This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
Sticking to your word is what he said. I kind of skipped over that.
Backup? Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine. Your funeral. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Could he come? Good luck, you two.
Of course. But it's fine.
That's close enough. Oh, so sorry.
Oh yeah.
Surrendering allegiance.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Cool it.
Wait, did they just turn into sand after they died? Technically. Let's see. Oh, they do just turn into sand. That's weird.
Following order. This moment will be frozen in time.
Oh no, don't say that. I could be held accountable if Twitch has an automatic system and I get banned.
Cool it.
Someone's got like an eye patch. It's almost like a pirate. That's the thing too. Oh.
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss?
Oh damn, he turned into like a zombie after using it, huh?
What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Okay, not gonna lie, that was kind of cool.
Target acquired. Arrested.
That music and everything, and the whole sequence.
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away.
World, forget me.
Huh? What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
It looks like he used the divine knowledge capsule.
Yeah.
The divine knowledge capsule did that to him?
Speaking of which, Hypatia did mention.
Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers
Oh, yeah,
in
that's
Satyavana
right.
life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation.
Oh, come on now, don't say that. Don't say that.
This divine knowledge capsule does appear to be linked to
Also,
the
you might
gods.
want to be careful, because
But
God
beyond
knows
that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors
if Twitch is a
suggest.
certain way with certain words like that,
Possessing
just like
it
YouTube
doesn't
is.
grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
That's exactly what I heard before at Irminsul.
If the mantra took him away, then
Oh
that
yeah,
means
that's right,
we
I heard that too.
got the
And like
divine
that little
knowledge
cutscene
capsule back
at the beginning when I first showed up to
What
Sumeru.
a shame. We were so close. Still, Paimon didn't expect the divine knowledge capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we tried to open it. Oh, who knows what would have happened to us?
No, I'm talking about the World Forget Me part.
As things stand,
I
there
don't
is
know,
no
though.
reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the divine knowledge capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how we could go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all. Moreover, since
Yeah, it
the
seems like
Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our
the
deity's
Dendro
wisdom,
Arcana is barely even
scholars
mentioned
have
of
no reason to
in
desire to
Sumeru.
make contact with the deity herself anyway.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery.
I'm heading
Indeed.
back to the Academia. How about you two?
It's almost the day of the Sabzerus festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good.
You have a point.
Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham. Until we meet again.
Seems like Paimon's been more mature now in the camp for some reason. It's kind of strange.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
Oh, he's got it. What in the world? There missed some smoking for a start. Oh, finally we finished the first part of the Archon quest in Sumeru. The coming of Sabzerus festival goes to Sumeru City. We should check that out. We actually finished Act 1 of the Archon. Yeah. Because then again, yeah, I guess the game doesn't really clarify that. Like said though, it looks like the game's trying to say like, oh, it probably has some kind of hidden meaning behind it that's not that, basically. But some too, lore-wise. Oh jeez, what got into
Missed
my...
the Sabzerus festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time.
Treasures. Neat. Okay, where do I go? Okay, this way. Oh yeah, that's right, it's like down in the ground in like this giant tree here. Which is interesting. Kind of unique, actually. Not gonna lie, I like it. Yeah, look at this. It goes down into here, and then a door opens up. And look at this. It's part of the open world. It's essentially part of the open world map, and not like an interior that you enter inside of. Which is great because it makes for less of annoyance of having to wait for a loading screen to like get inside a building or something.
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
It's a very important festival after all.
Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali will feel everyone's gratitude.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything over there?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
Unfortunately, we didn't find any new information on this.
I see. Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure. If there is another chance, I would love to join.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
You were eavesdropping.
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's all right, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing this sooner. I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow me.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
The more in 1,000 Rose Springs. It's up here? Yeah, it looks like it's up here. Oh, it's right outside. I'm guessing, yeah, there's like a different entrance to the place.
Here we are. It's also fairly close to where I've been staying.
It looks really nice.
Oh yeah. Sorry for the trouble, Dunyarzad, or
Not
whatever
at
her
all.
name is.
Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you stories next time.
About our plans for tomorrow.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow? All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia's still insisting on her covert protection.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
It could be coming tomorrow.
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning. Have a great night.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
Paimon started to really look forward to the Sabzerus festival too. Will there be lots of yummy food? Oh, no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. The earlier we sleep, the better. Let's go inside, traveler. Did we oversleep?
It's a small little room.
We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
You know it. It's just that, as expected, I had some trouble falling asleep last night. I'm hoping my body won't be too much of an issue today.
It seems like she's always ill.
Shall we?
This character, I guess.
Let's start with the
stalls over there. Okay.
Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed.
Oh damn, so you're telling me Paimon would prefer a burger of sorts over vegetables and fruits.
So, what's the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's another Sabzerus festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rukushifa mushrooms, lunar lotuses, Sumeru roses, sunsetias, capulatas, hara fruits, and zaytun peaches.
So, the Sabzerus festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumeru uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak? Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan as soon as possible!
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks! Alright, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Sure sounds random. So random that it will probably fail.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. So, how about it?
I guess
Want to give it a try?
2 random things. I'll give you this. Alright. Oh. Whoa.
Okay, one moment. It's the moon.
Paimon wants to take a look too. Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing.
Man, the soundtrack
just
sounds
learning
so
as I
good.
go.
At least to me, and personally, in my opinion, I guess.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall.
Okay.
They say the Sabzerus festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's Dance of Sabzerus will be just as impressive.
Holy.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation
There's nuts of
if you want
flowers.
any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat.
Hey, it's Dunyarzad!
Wow!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sabzerus festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The Hallowed Night of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sabzerus festival. All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty
few
to
minutes
Lesser Lord
here.
Kusanali. Dismissed.
Yes, Knight Ferris!
Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sabzerus festival icon, and one immensely popular with children. In the past, the actor portraying Ferris would also sit on a flower carriage.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Whichever one? Don't these boxes all look the same?
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh?
Whoa.
What's up with those two flavors?
Oni Kabuto is a little spicier than Lizard Tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants the sunsetia flavor. It's It's alright. Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Oh boy. I guess 4.
Excellent work. That is indeed Sunsetia.
Oh boy.
Paimon bet you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right.
Oh boy, I wish I had incredible luck with artifacts.
Attention! Here's your Sunsetia flavored candy.
Thanks a lot, Knight of Candies.
It's Night of Flowers, not Night of Candies.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Knight of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep
Jeez,
going.
the soundtrack really sounds really good.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Since you're here, can you come with me to get it?
Sure thing.
Dunyarzad, you probably forgot because you're so excited about the Sabzerus festival.
How embarrassing.
Okay. Actually, wait. See, I know that's the Adventurers Guild, but where is the thingamajig for bounties? I don't know where that's at. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it until later. It's okay.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right? Hey, wait a minute. Boss, isn't that her?
Oh no, it's the Erminite. The Eremite
That most certainly
mercenaries.
is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Oh boy.
Those Eremites don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder how much the Humayanis would shell out to get you back.
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're Dia. Dia the Flame Mane. No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too cocky!
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe location.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them.
We can't guarantee anyone's safety here.
You're right. All right, fine.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for yourself. After I've wiped the floor with them, I'll go find you all.
Oh boy. A little time. boy.
Dunyarzad. Are you okay? You look a little pale. Are you in shock?
I'm fine. My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too much.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all, none of this would have happened if I hadn't insisted on coming out today.
Don't worry, she's tough.
Yeah, don't worry.
See that fading transition? I realized they started doing that just now.
My lady, traveler,
For
found ya.
recent quests.
Dia! You took care of them so fast!
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
No, I just checked.
Dia, your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but I'm still getting used to this new greatsword.
Please, let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using before?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on Mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my employer cry, am I?
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt? I'll have to reevaluate your performance.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
No boy.
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunyarzad?
My lady, your condition. Traveler, can you take her somewhere to rest? I'll look around the area to make sure we're safe from an ambush.
Truly, I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
I wonder what's wrong with her for her to be this, like, frail, in a way. Alright, so, then jump by mercenaries, there's that. Will they do anything, though?
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go.
Sabzerus is
I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. He's terminal now.
Oh, Elazar. The same name that Kali has.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Sheesh. You know, I'm gonna guess, but something tells me she might die in the story.
There's no need to be
Hopefully
sad.
not, but I don't
I've
know.
always lived with Elazar, and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me, so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
Don't say that, you still have happy times yet to come.
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step. Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh? Almost time for what?
Isn't the dance of Sabzerus about to begin? It's the part of the festival that I've been looking forward to the most. Nilou will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sabzerus festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage!
Yeah, we should still make it in time.
I wonder if I should go and do this and or just hold it off for next stream, but I guess this will be the last bit I'll do.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Over there! Someone's yelling at Nilou!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
But the Dance of Sabzerus is one of the key parts of the Sabzerus Festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sabzerus Festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sabzerus Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them. This is a hard pill to swallow, but you're right. Things would only get worse.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
Goddamn.
The Sabzerus Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now? The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? And what about the atmosphere on the stage? Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers. If we were caught...
Nilou, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sabzerus so much. And I know how important this festival is to you. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough. It would be too risky to continue the Sabzerus festival at this point. I don't want to get everyone in trouble.
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sabzerus festival, right? We'll make sure the next one is a smashing success.
The next one. Yes. Okay. It's a promise. It will be a smashing success.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
Is there anything else we can do?
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Milu's dance.
Ooh. Sabzerus festival was forced to come to an unfortunately abrupt end. Damn, dude. Governments suck. Leaders suck. Power game. Hungered people suck.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it
Okay, why did I
did.
say that? Never mind.
Nero and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sabzerus festival a success, but Dunyarzad is running out of time.
She knows that very well.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible. The project is entered its most critical phase. Power has begun to flow from...
What?
Oh, we're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed! We should go meet Dunyarzad right away!
Sources says a little area, right? What's this? Huh. House of Dania. Go to the appointed place and talk to Dunyarzad. Oh yeah, there she is. But honestly, it's been a while going through with this. So I do want to collect these plants over here, but I'm not sure if I'll wander too close, is the problem. But yeah, I'm probably gonna just end stream here. Okay, so festival's been cancelled because of higher ups. So yeah, that's where I'll end it here. Alright. Also, wait, hold on. Actually, I might want to finish this a little bit, because it looks like co-op is disabled until I do.
Morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Sure! Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going!
She walked in between the fence and the lamp.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
I hope... She doesn't seem fine. Yeah, she is not good. She's not looking good. Potentially.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Guess I need to plug in something really quickly. Otherwise I won't be able to see chat, and yeah.
You are quite well informed, miss. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
They're all plants! Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. Actually, what is the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
Wait a minute.
It's one of the Sabzerus festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendroarchon.
Something feels really familiar.
Appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
Oh, fucking, we went back in time by 1 day.
The moon signifies...
It's a repeat.
It's escaping me for now. Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right. It means illusions and lies. But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Is this deja vu?
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just
Oh no,
learning
is
as
this
I
gonna
go.
be similar to like that one? Yeah, that's like another example. But I remember, what was it? Something that I remember very precisely. It was like that, and like this one Christmas special where it was like the... Was it Donald Duck? Yeah, Donald Duck, and like his 3 kids. I forget what the 3 kids are called. That are like younger Donald Ducks. But it was like this one where it was a Christmas special where everything keeps going wrong, but the same day keeps repeating, Christmas Day, up until the kids of the 3 eventually make it like the perfect Christmas ever, and then eventually it moved forward 1 day finally, and it was done. The thing stopped repeating, basically. That's what this feels like right now.
I guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to
So
the
I
next
guess similar to
stop.
that, and also Groundhog's Day.
So, where to next?
Yeah, this stall thing.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candies, don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed.
Oh yeah, so something tells me that Disney thing that I was mentioning is probably based off of that, but it's like, oh, Disney characters instead.
What's going on? Is this a play?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sabzerus festival icon and one immensely popular with children.
So this is kind of unique, I guess, in a roundabout way
It's all
of
thanks
Genshin
to Miss
doing it
Dunyarzad's
all at once,
sponsorship
though.
that the children can meet the Night of Flowers. Oh, do you want some Yalda candies? I happen to have some boxes ready here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
What's to pick? Don't these boxes all look the same?
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ooh, how interesting.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Yeah.
Why do those flavors even exist? Traveler,
Because, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be the first that Disney did something like that, where it's just like, oh, it's based off of, like, this film and or this story or whatever that someone else has done via an animation movie and or something else, but it's like, oh, mapped over and reskinned with Disney characters instead. Like, what the hell's that one called of, like, a Christmas thing where it's, like, Scrooge and, like, all this stuff where it's just like... You know, with the guy with a lot of money.
These boxes of candy
Remember
are
seeing them do
numbered
something
1
like
to
that
5
with
from
the
left to
Disney
right.
characters as
Which
well.
one do you want?
Number 1. It's definitely number 1.
Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
What?
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right.
Just now, did I really mean to choose number 4? It felt like my body just subconsciously reached for it.
Huh? Are you saying that you instinctively chose the right box? But now that you mention it, Paimon also had the feeling you'd choose the right one. Is that kinda like what you felt? Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? You're just gonna walk off like that?
The flavor of Deja Vu. Oh yeah, co-op is still disabled, what the hell? Like, I guess I plan on just playing just a little bit longer until I get the co-op back, but like, Jesus. Oh wait, there's a little disc down here, might as well take that. Okay, so what are we going inside this building for? Fucking, man, I don't know why co-op is disabled, it's kind of annoying. But if I don't get it enabled, I'm just gonna probably call it. Right after this little segment.
A feeling of deja vu? Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've already experienced whatever is going on. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. But that's just our brains playing tricks on us, isn't it? So
No, I don't think so.
why'd you run here in such a hurry?
I want to do something I normally never would.
So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get that same feeling of deja vu.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat?
One coconut charcoal cake.
Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you got good taste. I'll give this order to the kitchen.
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burned thing that didn't look tasty at all? Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order something like this. That thing? Are you really gonna eat it? Isn't this going a bit too far?
Here goes. Down the hell.
How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful.
No, it actually tasted really good.
You mean...
I've definitely eaten this before.
That's impossible! We were just talking about how gross it looked! So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu?
I can get rid of it after all.
Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we are regulars. How about we go out again and try something else?
Okay. Yeah, co-op is still not re-enabled, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave this place. I'm probably gonna go ahead and yeah, just stop the stream here, and then I'll join you in VC, basically. Because it looks like, yeah, this is just not going to end, and, you know, I mean, if I'm not going to be playing the game anyways, after done streaming this, yeah, I might as well just do whatever, and I mostly play it by myself anyways in Genshin. Other unless there's like randoms trying to join me. Well, in that sense, they can't right now, for my case. Try something else.
Hey, Dunyarzad is sitting by herself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dunyarzad. We meet again. Why are you sitting here all by yourself?
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to my rescue. I started to feel unwell after that, so I sat down here.
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness, are you hurt?
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched, but it isn't serious.
Whew. That's a big relief. But, Dunyarzad, you seem a little down today. It's the Sabzerus festival, and you've been looking forward to it so much.
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive physical exertion or strong emotions tend to aggravate my illness. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh? Did something happen?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu? You know, like when you've already experienced something that's happening right now?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling deja vu, I suppose I would already be used to it.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then, is it only the two of us?
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilu's Dance of Sabzerus is about to begin. Let's go.
None of that, she seems less excited. Dunyarzad, that is. Dude, this ain't gonna end. This. Yep, same interactions.
With your
Everything.
lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will publicly announce it later through the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sabzerus festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilu, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
It's okay. There's nothing we can do about it.
But you've been really looking forward to this. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Didn't the Grand Sage say that he might investigate the organizers?
True, but... Well, okay. I'll just have to try again next year.
The next festival. I probably won't be around by then.
Wait, what did you just say?
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your help, everyone.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! Did Dunyarzad already go back? We should also return and get some sleep.
Forced to come to an unfortunately abrupt end. Dude, same stuff. What is happening? Is it ever gonna get different? Maybe more cutscenes. I just put myself in a loop of cutscenes now.
And you still couldn't figure out what that deja vu feeling was all about? Maybe it really was because of exhaustion.
I hadn't thought about it, but my head does feel very heavy.
Same here. That's why Paimon stopped thinking about it halfway through the day. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Squirrel the.
Modest drop in the output of Jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
Continue to monitor for variances in the data and find the cause as soon as possible.
What is that squirrel though? Is that the?
Why does Paimon feel so tired after so much sleep? Anyway, we should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Dude, again. Okay, yeah, this is where I'm gonna stop right now, since now finally the fucking strings of cutscenes ended. I'm stopping right here, right now. So yeah, next time, I guess I'll find out what this is about, whatever it is. I guess I'll just stop myself, like, right here. The next time I could just get right to it, potentially. Actually, wait. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. Ending it here, and I'll see you in VC. I'll just say your username, Oob. Alright. Okay, well, yep.